Hey guys, today we have homework, questions 9 through 12, 9 through 12. So a little bit less, hopefully it'll help out with the gloomy day today. So we were looking at, talking about the election in 1920. We said that Harding wins. President Harding is in essence telling people, hey, we're done with that progressive stuff. We're done with all these reforms. We're heading back to the old days where businesses controlled themselves rather than the government. And yeah, we're done. Roman numeral 4, his administration. His administration is more lax than Wilson's. So whereas Mr. Wilson's administration was very tight and very, always organized, well, this guy's not too organized. Please note that he opens the White House gates for the public to see him. Now, this freaks out a group of people called the new Secret Service. They have now been created to protect the president. The thing is that when he opens the gates, he opens the gates when they're not aware of him opening the gate. And so they're freaking out because he doesn't tell them he's the one that's actually opening the gates. So the gates just get mysteriously opened every day. And what it is Mr. Harding just wants to invite everyone in, let everyone see him and talk to him. Secret Service doesn't like that idea at all. Another thing that he does that causes a lot of trouble is he drinks. He drinks and often offers drinks. So he drinks and offers drinks to all visitors, even though prohibition is in effect, and he should be arrested for breaking prohibition. So this president is drinking, he's offering drinks to other people, and by the way, that's violating prohibition, and that should warrant him being arrested. And so yeah, it's crazy. Once again, the Secret Service isn't too happy that the person who's supposed to be enforcing the law is not only breaking the law, but encouraging other people to break the law as well. Letter B, his administration is pro-business. His focus is on the reduction of debt and the growth of the economy. So his focus is on the reduction of debt and the growth of the economy. So A, that sounds awesome, and it will be. Letter C, the head of the Bureau of Budget, a guy by the name of Dawes, will cut the national debt by cutting a number of government programs. What a good idea. And so they will start cutting a number of government programs, and big surprise, the debt starts coming down. Letter D, his Secretary of the Treasury proposes a large tax cut for the rich. The guy's name, his Secretary of the Treasury, is a gentleman by the name of Andrew Mellon. Andrew Mellon is a very wealthy millionaire. And he was made the Secretary of the Treasury because he was a pretty smart guy. But a lot of progressives didn't like that the rich guy was suggesting to cut taxes for the wealthy. This trickle down approach will be the focus of a future president by the name of Ronald Reagan and his administration. Under this idea, the wealthy person would take a portion of his savings from his reduced taxes and invest it in his business. So, under this idea, the wealthy person would get a tax cut, and he would take a portion of that savings and invest it in the business that he owns. So he'd invest it in the business he owns. In turn, this would create new jobs for newly skilled workers who'd be paid for their knowledge. A lot of the middle class people, right? So in turn, this would create new jobs for newly skilled workers who would be paid for their knowledge, better known as the middle class people. Third point, some of the benefits would even reach the poor. Some of the benefits would even reach the poor because as new improvements would be made, even low-skilled workers would need to be used to complete these improvements. So these benefits would even reach the poor because as new improvements would be made, even low-skilled workers would need to be used to complete these improvements. I have an example here of a janitor, for instance. A janitor, not a high-paid job, but if they added, say, a new wing to a hospital, well, that needs more janitors. So even someone who didn't get paid a ton of money would benefit from this tax cut because this rich guy would invest his money into improving his business. And once again, guys, remember, rich people don't get rich because they just throw all their money away. Rich people get rich because they take their money and invest it so that it can make more money. So the concept is he's going to take his money, invest his money. Middle class people are going to benefit because the improvements are going to require new technology. And even the poor janitor is going to get maybe a new job because of the improvements. Letter E. By 1923, these programs show unemployment. By 1983, these programs slow unemployment. So these programs slow unemployment and encourage economic growth that won't end until 1923. Pretty awesome. Some industries, though, like coal and cotton, face challenges from foreign competition. These are also due to oil that is more efficient than coal and synthetic fibers that are more durable than cotton. These are also due to oil that's more efficient than coal and synthetic fibers that are more durable than cotton. This hurts the economy initially because the labor force is forced to change to deal with these changes. So this hurts the economy initially as the labor force has to relearn and change so they can do this brand new changes. So like for instance, a coal miner doesn't know how to do an oil rig, but now he's going to have to learn how to do that. A person that's involved in cotton, well, they don't know how to make synthetic fibers, but now they're going to have to learn that because those changes have occurred. All right, so that gets us done with the notes today. I hope that just was short and sweet and to the point. Don't forget about questions 9 through 12 in your study guide. Have a nice day. I know it's rainy and try to hang in there. All right, guys. See ya. Bye.